Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and the Congressional Republicans have come up with a foolproof plan to completely bypass all of these progressive, hyper-partisan federal judges that have been roadblocking the America First agenda. And so, folks, we're going to have a lot to talk about today. But first, take a look at the report.
House Speaker Mike Johnson issuing an open threat now, saying that Congress has authority to stop providing funding to federal courts. Listen to what the Speaker said just a little while ago.
We do have authority over the federal courts, as you know. We can eliminate an entire district court. We have power funding over the courts and all these other things. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and Congress is going to act. So stay tuned for that.
All right, Jay, let's get right to it. This is all centered around the Alien Enemies Act and whether deportations fall under the president's Article 2 powers. So what's the reaction in Congress now to what the Speaker just said today?
Well, there are Republicans up here on the Hill, Kira, who want Johnson, frankly, to go further and support impeaching judges who politically have shown that they, or not politically rather, but legally show that they disagree with the administration. The accusation from the administration is that these judges are acting politically, but these judges and other judges all the way up to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court have said that these judges are acting within their constitutionally appropriate powers of passing judgment upon what the executive branch does and either delaying it from going into effect with restraining orders and things of the like. But what Republicans here on Capitol Hill have done is that they want to impeach those judges that they believe are impeding the president's will and action here. Johnson has not supported that publicly. This is as far as he's gone, saying that Congress has the power of the purse. They can control what districts are allocated in which way, the funding and how these district courts are drawn and things of that nature. So this is something the administration wants Johnson to do to try to set up this clash between Congress, the executive branch, and the courts. But he's not going as far as some Republicans, including Elon Musk, by the way, have pushed for, which is this swift impeachment of various judges that this administration views as a problem, Kira.
So here's the thing, folks. President Trump and the House Republicans can't really actually impeach any of these federal judges. In truth, it's not even an option. And the reason why is because they would need 67 votes in the Senate to do so. And right now, the Republicans only have 53 senators. So what that means is that, long story short, impeachments aren't going to be happening anytime soon. However, the Republicans would only need 51 votes in the Senate to defund these hyperpartisan federal judges, which is exactly what they're planning on doing. You see, Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution actually gives Congress the exclusive authority over federal spending. That's not up for debate. It's not a gray area. It's foundational to how our government works. What that means is that the judiciary can't spend a dime without congressional approval. And so check this out. This isn't even some brand new half-baked MAGA theory. No, back in 1982, Congress actually abolished over 90 federal court positions and slashed budgets during a judicial reorganization. So yes, it's constitutional. Yes, it's historically tested. And yes, it's time to do it again. With House Speaker Mike Johnson at the helm and President Trump leading the charge, we've got real leadership and the momentum to actually pull this off. The reality is, in the 2024 election, the American people handed President Trump a massive legislative mandate, and now it's time for Congress to back him up with that. From Judge Boasberg blocking President Trump's deportations, to Judge Beryl Howell halting Trump's executive orders, to radical judges freezing funds, defending gender mutilation clinics, and overriding basic border security, enough is enough. None of this stuff falls in the realm of checks and balances. No, this is all judicial tyranny, and it needs to stop. And you know what? Here's the truth. President Trump's victory was a statement from the American people. Put America first, drain the swamp, get it done. And now, as you all know, these unelected, hyper-partisan federal judges are defying the very will of the people that they're supposed to be serving. So by defunding them, that's how the people are going to take power back. For too long, the judiciary has been dominated by these progressive coastal elites, robed bureaucrats who look down on the rest of America from their marble towers. They're unelected. They don't represent us. They don't respect us. They think they're above us. Well, guess what? We're done playing nice. We're turning off the tap. Seriously, just in the last couple of weeks, these unelected progressive federal judges have blocked President Trump's mass deportations. They've prevented President Trump from cutting foreign aid, and they're overriding President Trump's executive authority with absolutely no basis in constitutional law. And so you know what that is? It's not justice, it's judicial tyranny. And you know what? Let's be very clear for a moment. The federal judiciary is pretty much the last final stronghold of the progressive deep state. They've lost the presidency, they've lost the House of Representatives, they've lost the Senate, and they've lost the American people. And so what they're doing is trying to use their last final stronghold to maintain their progressive deep state grip of power over the country. And so given that's the case, and we all know it is, they should be defunded. And you know what? Let's comment on the blatant hypocrisy here for a moment. The far-left radical progressives have been dancing in the streets as these unelected federal judges have overstepped their judicial boundaries time and time again to undermine the democratic will of the American people. But now that Trump and the Republicans have come up with a plan that's not only constitutionally grounded but also historically precedented, they're absolutely losing their minds. It's almost like these far-left radical progressives actually couldn't care less about the U.S. Constitution. Very curious. We've tried playing nice, we've tried trusting the system, but that clearly doesn't work when the system has been rigged and weaponized by the radical anti-American progressives. So given that's the case, defunding that system isn't extreme. No, it's a fierce constitutional counterpunch. And you know what? It's long overdue. So you know what? I'm sure the radical progressives will absolutely lose their minds as we defund their corrupt, unelected, hyper-partisan federal judges. But really, these people have to be put back in their place if we really want to start putting America first. We don't have a future as a country if a never-ending series of unelected federal judges can get away with undermining the executive authority of the sitting president. At that point, we might as well not even have a president. This whole democracy thing, who cares? Let's just let a bunch of unelected federal judges run the country instead. Because, folks, that's exactly what the Democrats are pushing for right now. The Democrats have realized that they can't win in a democracy, so now they're just trying to undermine it by weaponizing the federal courts. So hey, between you and me, I think the Congressional Republicans can't defund these partisan federal judges fast enough. Let's do it. But now, folks, before we wrap up with today's video, I want to say real quick that I've actually gone ahead and made a community Facebook page where I'll be posting additional news and updates as it relates to all of this. So hey, if you guys use Facebook, check out the pinned comment down below and give that page a follow. But everyone, that is going to be a wrap for this video, so please go down below and drop a comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. While you're down there, please like the video if you liked it. Please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a ton with my daily struggle against the YouTube algorithm. Thank you all very much for tuning in today, and of course, as always, stay safe.